How was your imagination as a child? I'm asking you this because in Hidalgo, you will get to see a game and story brought to you through the eyes and imaginations of a child once again. I'm talking a tabletop town made out of anything laying around the house you could use for an arts and crafts project. From cardboard to paper to wood to fabric, and who knows what else one could put on the table to use as a prop to bring a imaginative world to life for the story of Don Quixote. John Scavenger here, and today I'll show you what the indie game Hidalgo is all about. The first things first, the story of Hidalgo is about the very famous Spanish novel, one that is amongst one of the most translated books in the world. That being Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. If you don't know the story, just like me, Don Quixote is basically a dreamer who sees the world not as it is, but as he wants it to be. Windmills become giants, ordinary adventures become epic quests, and Hidalgo transforms that idea into gameplay. The game constantly plays with the line between imagination, fantasy, and reality, which is giving the developers a ton of creative freedom. The way the story starts up is with a family where the children ask their mother to read the book, to which their mom comes up with the idea of playing the story instead. And that's how this imaginative world is created. And you take control of the character of the Don. The character itself is brought to life as a puppet that you puppeteer with strings. And so that's how the story begins. As soon as you play, you will notice the unique take on the world with handcrafted graphics of cardboard landscapes, paper houses, and unique ways of bringing a fantasy world to life. You'll even see scissors and cardboard cutters laying around the map to give you a sense of how this world was created. You are tasked to find yourself a horse, some armor, and a squire before you set out on an adventure behind the walls of the town you find yourself in. Soon you will see that there's a lot of fun things you can discover in your walk about town, from little interactions with the town people to secrets and having to solve puzzles to further your story. Now the good news is, for all of you looking for a cozy adventure game to play, there actually is a co-op mode here too, with one of you playing as Don Quixote and the other as Sancho, who rides around on a donkey. So you better stay away from some swamps and dragons with that one. Whether you play this via co-op or solo, both characters need to be used to move through the world. As Sancho becomes your squire, he will help you moving through the world by removing obstacles in the way with the help of the donkey. One of the fun things in the demo I found was the usage of a bridge. It's such a simple thing to have, but it's very nice to be able to create paths where there were no paths before, to cross over rivers that have been put in your way, making new areas available for you to explore or for simply moving forward in the story. You will also be tasked to help the people around you in the town and regions you come across, from helping a guard finding a key of the gate to helping someone herding the sheep together. In the demo, the big ending is a battle with a giant windmill monster that is made of a crystal ball, paper towel, and whatever else there was around to make him look as menacing as possible. You will fight this windmill monster, dodging attacks while knocking down the enemy. you'll eventually having to jump over waves of rocks this giant throws your way. Eventually, you will take it down with a final blow, therefore ending the demo. The demo is short and sweet and gives you a great idea of what this game is all about. From the visual storytelling, the fun characters, and the adventure, you truly get a good taste of this chill, cozy atmosphere this game has going on. Hidalgo truly sets itself apart with the visual style here, and the way they use basically anything you have around the house to create this world is a fun way to go about it. The tabletop idea, of course, is something we've seen before in other games. Little Big Workshop comes to mind for myself in that regard, but it still is not an overdone or oversaturated way to bring a game to life. And for Hidalgo, the setup on how they start up the story of the game is simple yet effective. But I do believe that no matter what, Hidalgo will find itself to have great success upon full release. Especially if you look at the fact that this game was fully funded on Kickstarter within 24 hours, with a backing of over 1,000 people, raising about 50,000 euros when they had an initial goal of 15,000 euros. Now that's an insane thing to have happen, but I completely get it. The game is fun. It's a slow, cozy adventure game that are getting more and more popular these days. So all in all, I can really get behind the hype of this game. It's a chill, fun game to play, and I'm looking forward to see what the full version has to offer. But how about you guys? Is this something you'd enjoy? Are the graphics something you enjoy, or do you prefer a more realistic look for games? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I will see you all next week Thursday for the next video.